Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want bigger rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, build empires.
Lights, camera, action.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kammy is my motivation. Today we're going to be doing the master bedroom and the sitting room refresh. So let's get into it. All right guys, so first things first, I still have to take my Always Kiss Me Goodnight. That's pill and stick. I got to take that down. I'm not going to be, probably not going to reapply it. I don't know, but I'm going to try to take it down and attach it to something else. So if I do want to put it somewhere else, I can. But this is going to be the wallpaper that I'm going to be putting up. Hope this is a good show. This is by the Amina Deco Peel and Stick. I did go through and make sure, and as you should if you decide to do peel and stick, make sure they all have the same batch number. So yeah, this is pretty much like black, gold, a little gray in there, just to give me a little accent wall. I did want to do some type of wood, I don't know what you want to call it, art or wood work behind there, but I just decided it's going to be a huge expense and I didn't want to, you know, do that or try to pay somebody to do it. So I'm just going to do the peel and stick like I've done in the master bath as well as in my dining room. And I think it'll do for now. It'll give me that bedroom refresh that I so desire, and probably just make a few other little changes throughout the room. But yeah, so first things first, get that down, and then we're gonna get started, all right? Okay guys, so I'm not gonna make you watch me hang this entire wall of wallpaper. I'm gonna basically explain to you what I'm doing with the first set, and then we're gonna speed this up, and then we're gonna get on to the next phase, okay? So basically what I have to do is I'm gonna work in sections. I do need my smoother. If that's not the correct term, I will put it up here at the top, but you need that. And of course I'm short, so I do need my trusty ladder. And basically what I'm going to do is pull back a little bit of the backing. Got to put my glasses on. And I'm going to work in sections, okay? Because this is some very tacky, very sticky wallpaper, which is why, which I'm going to show you later on in the video, I don't understand why it did not adhere to my wall without coming down. Because I did have to end up going in with an adhesive for this wallpaper. So what I'm going to do is that I do have trim that goes around the ceiling that separates, of course, my ceiling from my wall. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on the trim. And then I'm going to take the smoother and smooth up under that trim. That way my wallpaper is all the way up under the trim and you don't see where it starts, because I was not going to take this trim down at all. I want this refresh to be simple and I didn't want to do too much. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting a little bit on top of the trim. I'm going to pull some of the backing back and I'm going to make sure I take my smoother. And I'm telling you guys, I worked that smoother. I went up, down, sideways, everything to try to make sure that wallpaper was adhering to my wall, because I do have texture on my wall, but it just would not stay. Like completely fall down, but it just would not stay on the wall like it does in my bathroom and in my dining room. And like I said, this is not the same manufacturer that I use. So, I should have read the reviews, and the reviews would have told me that it's not going to stay without me using adhesive. And then I could have made the decision to whether I wanted to not purchase it or go ahead and purchase it and just be prepared to use glue. But I did not. So take it from me, read your reviews when you get ready to buy anything, okay? Because it will save you a whole lot of time, okay? So I'm basically just adjusting it. I want to get it as close to the corner as possible. And I want to make sure that it is I don't have any air pockets in the wallpaper, okay? Because even though I'm smoothing it out, I still don't want it. And see what I'm talking about? I'm going to show you. So see how tacky it is? I had to be really careful pulling that apart. It was sticking to itself, and then it was sticking to me. And so I don't know. I just do not know why it would not stay on the wall without me using adhesive. So yeah, I pulled it a little too hard and it came off the wall. So I have to go back in again and place it back on the wall, get it right, get it started good. And that's why I said working in sections is best, because if I had pulled all that backing off and it would have stuck, I think I might not have been able to get that apart, and I would have wasted some of my wallpaper. Okay, so work in sections is so much better when you do that. Get it where you want it. Get it aligned with the corners, the edges, especially if you have a wallpaper where it's got to butt up to one another. This is so busy that it didn't matter. I wasn't trying to match, I didn't have to go to the next one and make sure I match it up with the first one, and so on and so on, just because it's the busy pattern. Okay. But I did want to make sure I got it as close to the corner as possible. And I was smoothing it out. I'm telling you, I put some elbow into it, but yeah, you'll see. It still did not work, okay? All right, guys, so as you can see, it is coming along beautifully. I guess third time is a charm. I'm moving pretty fast. As you can see, I don't have much to go, just that area there. Yeah, this here is really good quality. I want to say the first two were good, so this is definitely from a different company. Because if you saw when I started over there, I kind of messed up and it kind of stuck, and it was like, oh my God, I may not be able to get that apart. But the backing is different from the first two I did. This one is like a silver. I don't know what that's called. If you do wallpaper, maybe you know what this is, but it is really, really tacky. And I'm going to show you that I do have textured walls. I am able to pull it off when I mess up, because a couple places I wasn't quite buttoned up to the prior seam, so I was able to take it off. But this is definitely thicker. The paper is definitely thicker, and this tacky that's on the back is definitely more tacky than the other two, the one I got from Home Depot and the other one that I got from Amazon. So I did get this from Amazon. It is going to be linked in my on my Amazon storefront under master bedroom refresh. But yeah, very good quality. I definitely would recommend this brand, especially if they're all like this. I really like that. The other ones were good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this, when I pull it off, is way more, it adheres a whole lot better than the other two. I think I pulled the other two off with a lot more ease. This here, you can like really hear it. It's almost like cringe. So I'm going to show you I guess this last section over here, so we can wrap this up. I'm gonna have to get my husband to go up there and cut the top, because I didn't bring my full ladder in. I just have my little glam room ladder, and so I'm able to put it up there, but I'm not able to go up and cut the top off, straight edge. So he's taller than me, of course. He's 6 feet, almost 6 feet, and so he'll be able to get on the third step and cut that all the way across. Okay, but I love it. It looks so good. I'm going to definitely give you a more close-up once I finish. But I'm going to just show you these last two rows, because I think I'm going to have to do a little cutting when I get over into the corner. All right, so let's wrap this up. So I bought 5 rows. So I'm on my 5th row. And I'm still gonna have quite a bit left over because the length of it, I'm still gonna have some left over, which is fine. And I will put the measurements of my wall so that way you can kind of determine if you're like me. I usually get more than what I need, but I'm gonna measure my wall, the width and length, and put that in the description box, and then that way you can determine how many rows you actually will need so you don't buy more than you need. Now, with what I had left over after I cut it at the bottom, I could have started it and butted it up, and you would probably save like 2 rows, and I could have sent it back, but I wanted to keep this as easy as possible because I didn't want to do that, you know. And I see, and when you butt up your seams, it's really seamless. You really can't see where one row starts and where the other one ends. So I could have taken the bottom and started at the top and then came up, and I probably would have saved 2, maybe even 3 rows, but yeah, I didn't want to do it. So whatever I have left, I'm just going to keep, you know, for whatever, you know, because this is something in the event that I want to, even if I take this down, you'll have wallpaper you can put over canvas for artwork. And it's endless. You can even put this, really, I could put this up in my glam room over my table, over my vanity table, you know. So, you know, it's many purposes for it. All right, so let's finish this, okay? All right, guys, so let me give you a little close-up view. And like I said, my wall does have texture. It's not smooth. I do have texture on my wall. But this is the wallpaper up close. And as you see, I just took my covers off, cut around the hole, and then put that back. Now, where I did have my sconce at right here, my husband will probably just go in with a drill and drill the screws back in there. And then I can kind of smooth that out maybe a little bit more. But yeah, this is the wallpaper. And up there, like I said, I'm too short to cut straight across unless I had my taller ladder. And so I'm just gonna let baby do that. But yeah, I love it. I love how it turned out. So let me step back a little bit more. But as you can see, I want to just give you a more close-up. So that is the wall from this angle. All right, and so this here is an angle further back. But yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love the gold in there. So of course, that's gonna be like my gold accents is what I pretty much have throughout my room before anyway. But yeah, it didn't take me long at all. It is 5:52. Maybe an hour and a half. I forgot to time it, but I'll check my different clips and see exactly how long it took. But yeah, if you are a renter, a leaser, or maybe you don't really want to commit to a paint color, but you still want some type of accent wall, do peel and stick. You know, it's not a commitment. You can take it down if you don't like it. You get tired of it after a while. If you're renting and your landlord doesn't allow you to paint, you can do the peel and stick. And when you move, you can take it down. So yeah, I think this is an alternative to wallpaper and painting. All right. So let me get a little cleaned up, try to get my bed and stuff back together. It might be all I do today. And then I'll pick up tomorrow, maybe when I get off work, because today is Sunday, December the 10th. So I'll probably come in tomorrow evening and work on a little bit more of my room. But, you know, I'm not rushing. I'm just going to take a little bit at a time because, you know, a girl does have a full-time job. Okay, so this is kind of where we are right now. So as you know, the wallpaper is up. We got the new ceiling fan up. I forgot to turn back on the camera, but you might have saw it from early on in this video where I had like a gallery over there and then I had a gallery over there, and it really felt hodgepodgey. I kind of grew up in the era of home interior, if you know what that is, where it seemed like you had stuff on every wall. I kind of have staged that little area over there by my vanity that I have down here with just a few pictures of me and Babe. That's also where we keep our keys. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave it like that. Just trying to decide if I want to even put anything over the bed, because the wallpaper is, you know, rather busy, I guess. And then I'm really thinking about just getting maybe 2 art pieces, one over here and one over there, or maybe just 1 art piece over here and maybe just, I don't know, a vase with a floral arrangement maybe. I'm not really for sure. So I'm still deciding on that. And then as far as this mirror, I don't know if I want to keep the mirror, stain the mirror another color. I'm not really for sure about that yet. And then I'm still working in here in our sitting room. That's why all this stuff is out. At the end of the year, I try to go through our file cabinet. You know, you start shredding old documents, stuff like that. So I'm going through everything because I like to start the new year off fresh. So I'm really debating about what I want to do with the back wall. If I want to paint the back wall, put up something else. I don't want to do another peel and stick in here. You know, something behind the TV just to make it pop a little bit more. I'm debating if I want to keep the TV armoire or stain it or just get something else altogether. Because we not too long got the couch, our black leather couch. So still decisions to be made. But like I said, right now, this is kind of where I am. So hopefully I can, and this is the clothes rack, which is for me to do my try-on hauls. But as you can see, we've kind of used that for like our coats. So we don't always have to go upstairs to get a coat or something like that. So, and then also when I start doing more preparing for my work week, this is kind of what I'm going to use to stage all my clothes for the week, so I don't have to get up every morning trying to figure out what I'm going to wear to work. So that's kind of why that was there. I was going to have everything out, you know, what I'm going to wear, and then the garments, the shoes. That's kind of what this was for. But it's kind of a little got everything thrown on it right now just because of me doing all of my fall resets. So it's, of course, it's not going to look like that. So this is kind of like early stages where I'm at. So hopefully the next time we come back, I've kind of made some decisions and we can kind of move forward in finishing the bedroom refresh. But yeah, for right now, this is what you see. And then hopefully the next day or two, I can figure out, make a decision about what I want so I can wrap this home refresh up. All right, guys, this is just some of the areas, as you can see, that are lifting. There's a little ripple in the wall right here where it's lifting here. Also here. Even all the way across, you can't really tell because of the wallpaper, but every seam is lifting. I have done everything I can to try to keep this on the wall without having to add any type of glue, because I love the option of peel and stick, because I didn't want to have to commit in case I want to change out the wallpaper down the line. But I love the wallpaper, I love the color, but it looks like I'm going to have to use some type of adhesive to keep this on the wall. So while I'm deciding about what to do about my wallpaper, my TV console came in, and yes, your girl has got to put it together. Well, and thank goodness my husband was nice enough to come yet again and help his wife with his DIY. I'm not going to bore you with us putting it together. We're just going to get it together. So I did go ahead and make a decision about my accent wall behind my television. I'm going to go in with these panels that I saw on, I do believe it was on YouTube. But nonetheless, that was what I decided to do for the behind the TV.
Pretty thick too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do look better. I mean, you know, you can still see them, but they don't stand out like the And that was just me being happy that baby decided to come and help me. Because I'm telling you, hubby be over me and my DIY projects. But he'll start to, you know, feel a little bad for me. I don't know if he feels bad for me, but he decides to come on and help me. And this right here, I just wanted to show you in reverse, mirror reverse, that we're using 1 5/8 drywall screws. And lucky for us, the screws were able to go through the paneling and into a wall. And I was able to hit studs, or baby was able to hit the studs. So I know that they are up there very well. We did have the first silver, but I did run to Home Depot and get these, which are more of a rust color, because you will be able to see your screws. So I wanted to make sure they blended in a little bit better because the silver was popping way too much, okay?
Every 8-1 they butt up against one another, so okay. Okay. Come down.
You need to plug this back up or not? It's okay. The refrigerator is okay. That's not plugged up.
Yeah, for right now. We'll plug it back up here in a minute once I get all of them, I guess. Or we can plug it up here.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, maybe the top will defrost soon.
Kind of space these out.
Check the door. See, I swear ain't nothing wrong with weed. I just said, did you not hear me tell her to get the dope? Did you hear that thing going off? Somebody on the porch.
But one. Kind of keep me in line. Cause you set you back and come down on it.
You might need to go up a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not even on some of them, but it's okay. I'm talking about the ones up there and not even, but it's okay. So, should we put you gonna finish the boards, or do you want to put the light up next? It's a plug-in light. It plugs in, but it's a I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a light. But it plugs in. It's not like it.
Okay, but you gotta put it on there. You gotta mount it on there.
I'm hoping it's the thing it can go through but I don't know. If not, we're not gonna make a big deal. I'll put it somewhere. I'll put it on each side of the curtain. The light, because they're like the long light. All right, so of course we have to do some cutting, and this is for where the what do you call it? The plugs. We have a plug on either side of the television, so we are going to have to do a little cutting. So keep that in mind as well, to make sure that you have the tools that you need to make sure you're able to do that, because the plate, of course, will not fit over that, and have the screws to be able to drill through that. At least I don't think so. So we're just going to cut out a section on the boards for either side of the TV, so we can put our plates back onto our plugs and move on from there. All right.
I need to kind of clean this up a little bit more. I'm going to use juice. I really want to straighten that all the way up. Kind of bring it back up to that. I mean, I gotta do this.
So guys, as you can see, the board for my particular wall does not go all the way down. I did get the longest length that they did have, so I did have to end up purchasing I did need another box anyway, because I needed one more board, but we're gonna use the extra board that we have left to go and measure and cut the bottom, so that I can fill in the gap at the bottom. I know for some people that may not be a big deal. They probably say, hey, nobody's going to see that, but I know it's there. And those who know me know I'm not going to be able to live with that. So I want it from floor to ceiling. So of course we have the extra board. So I don't know when it's going to get done, or if I'm going to show you that in this video, but trust and believe, we are going to fill in the gap all the way across with the addition of the board that I purchased.
Stood there for sure. Looks good to me.
And perfect. They just gave us a few more inches on the length. Ooh, that's sweet. part, ain't it? It ain't gonna fall, is it?
After I get this out, I'm off the clock with you today. Once I get this out.
You wanna look at the light?
No, not today, baby. You take them out the box and you might be able to look at it. Because you gotta take this out and then you want to bring the other one in. Whew, that part.
All right, guys, so this is the next day. As you can see, we got the boards up on this side. So I'm gonna try, and I meant to turn on the camera earlier. I'm still working on remembering to turn on the camera. So I've already drilled my hole to put the base part for the light up. And this is a plug-in. So if you're like me, I don't like to deal with electrical and stuff like that. And I didn't want to hire anybody. So remember, we're refreshing on a budget. So we definitely don't want to have to hire an electrician because you know that is expensive. So I did the plug-in because I wanted a light, because there's no light in this room as I showed you earlier. So I wanted a little more light, so a light on each side of the television. So I got a plug-in light and off of Amazon. So anything I use for Amazon will be listed on my Amazon storefront under bedroom refresh. Okay, but I'll try to make sure, I'm going to try to just hit the link. That way, if you just want that particular item, you can click the link. But anyway, I'm up early this morning, so I look a little crazy. I'm going to try to get my lights up. So that's one thing my husband doesn't have to do. So bear with me. And so this here is the light fixture. It's just long. I've already, and the one thing I didn't like is the little bitty screws that you have to take off to disconnect. You have to disconnect, what does it say? What is it called? Separate the connector of the electric wire. So I had already took that little base part, undone, unscrewed it. That's the most tedious part. And then you disconnect it, this part from that part. That way you can go ahead and attach that to the wall. And now I'm going to follow the directions and put this back and make sure I hang it the right way the first time. So let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and connect everything before I screw that on there. Even though it's already on there, I don't think, even if I wanted to adjust it, I can't because I've already put holes in there. So I thought this here slid up and down so I could adjust it, but it doesn't. So that's pretty much what it does. It's really not gonna give me light, but it does give you that ambiance. I guess if we're in here watching a movie, but you just want to have that ambiance. So it's not really gonna give me a lot of light, but I did like the light look of it. The only thing is, like I said, is if I had been thinking to make sure I put this up here to make sure it would be even. However, let me just show you. Right now we only have I believe a 42-inch TV. So as you can see, I probably could have had it more centered, but we are going to get a bigger television. I don't know if that's going to help, but nonetheless, I can't move it because I've already drilled the holes. And so if I take it out, I'm going to have those holes there, and I'm not doing that at this point. So if you do decide to use lights like this, make sure you put it up there and see if you want it, where you want it before you drill your holes. Because like I said, I probably would have moved it down a little bit more, but this is what it's looking like. So you see, that's the television and that's the light. But like I said, this is a 42-inch. I think we're going to get a bigger television, maybe a 60-inch or whatever, 60-some inch television. So maybe it'll be a lot bigger and it'll be okay. But we'll see. In the final reveal, you'll know. But this is what it's kind of looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one up and then work on the other side. And we'll be done with the lights. So just so if you wanted to know what I was talking about on here. See how little that is? And there's 3. 1 here, 1 there, and then I think it's 2 on this side, 1 on this side. But you have to undo all those, pull it apart, like I said, so you can disconnect the connector, and then put your base on the wall and then connect it back and then put it back. It's really simple. It's just tiny. And like I said, they give you the tool to do it with, so it's okay. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to undo this one, and then we'll get back to attaching it to the wall, okay? I've got the screws out, so all I'm going to do is see how it comes open, and then this here you just take apart. And yes, I'm ashy. I'm cleaning, I'm washing, and I am getting my lights up. So I am multitasking, okay? So yeah, my hands are a little ashy. But yeah, you just take that apart. So I'm going to do that as such. And it just comes apart like that, okay? And then so I'm going to measure. I'm going to show you how I measured. So you can see, because those are the 2 holes that's got to go on the wall. All right. So I've already marked my tape measure. This is my tape measure. So if you're borrowing somebody's, don't mark their tape measure. But I have already marked my tape measure with a little black dot right there. So I'll know as I go up from the bottom to the top where to mark on each side. And I already know I'm doing from the TV 16 over, from the wall the 16th one over. So they're gonna be even on each side. And then if I measure from the bottom to the top and mark where I marked on my tape measure, I should be even. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let me get my marker. All right, so I have my Sharpie, and I'm just gonna let you watch me do this here. Final mark. I'm gonna lock my tape measure so it doesn't keep coming undone. And so I already know 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. So this one, I'm gonna put it this one. No, so it's that one. So I'm going to use a more pointy or, what is this called? Exterior screw, just to get me started. Because the other ones are, let's see. Because the screws that I have to use are these. However, I feel like this one is more pointed to get me started. You see the difference? Like I said, I'm ashy. Y'all, don't come for me in the comments. The girl is working, okay? And so I'm gonna do that. You can see on my skin the difference, okay? So, because I don't want to do too much of this because it'll split when you're using this, because you're supposed to be using the screwdriver that it comes with, okay? So I'm just gonna use this to get it started. broke out in sweat, guys. So my main reason why I'm struggling is because I've had carpal tunnel surgery on both hands. So anytime I have to do stuff like that, it hurts. And I tried to use a drill, which, learn from me, only thing will end up happening, it'll end up stripping your screw. So then you'll have to try to, and which they give you extra, which is a good thing. They give you extra screws, and those little things that you have to put back in to tighten it up, they give you some extra ones, I think like 3 or 4 extra ones, because I guess maybe people have dropped those. And if you lose this in your carpet, you probably can hang it up. And so I use, let me show you, the little white foaming thing that came with it to lay it on top, so I can, you know, try to keep up with it and see it. Because like I said, you know, I have my grandbabies, and especially the one that's toddling. I don't want him to, because, you know, for whatever reason, babies find everything. They see everything. So I don't want him to pick this up and put it in his mouth or anything and swallow it. So I have it on there to make sure that I don't lose anything in the carpet. So I got it on there, but that's why I was struggling. If you don't have carpal tunnel or hand issues, I'm sure this will be fine. But I tried to use that and it ended up stripping it a little bit, but I did get it in there, and it is on here really tight, snug, it's not going anywhere. So now I'm just going to attach, and hopefully I'm measured good. So I'm just going to attach it. Let's see if I can get you where you guys can see. I'll probably zoom in. I'm going to attach the wire connectors back and put it up there and see how we did. All right, so the only thing I want to try to do is maybe find something that I can get the cord off inside the groove. I don't know, I'm gonna let my husband see if he can figure that out, how we can do it. And this also, so you don't have to get up and turn it off and on. It does come with a remote, so I can put one on my side of the couch and one on his side. So if we want to just turn it on for some ambiance, we don't have to get up and mess with that. So that's another good thing. All right, so I'm going to put my little file back over here. All right, yeah, step back and look. I think I did. And it has 3 settings, like a bright white, I don't know what you want to call it, 2 different lights. Well, it's 3 different light settings. One is really bright, and then medium, and then a little darker. So it just depends on the mood you're looking for. So I'm going to turn this light off just so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And as far as, I ordered 2 more boxes. Yes, because you only get 2 per box as far as the 3D wood paneling. So I ordered 2 more boxes. They won't be here for a few more weeks. I didn't measure, so I could have got it all and at least finished that part, but it's okay. You will see the full room for the full reveal. But just so you can get, I'm gonna turn the lights down on the ring lights, just so you can get an idea of what it's looking like. All right, so that's kind of the ambiance right there. And like I said, the plan is to get a larger television, I believe. I don't know, you'll know if we get one when we do the reveal, but this is kind of where we are in this phase. All right, All right, guys, went to Walmart, was going to get out, record, but it is cold here in Texas. I believe it's almost like, I think last time I looked, 11 degrees. So even when I got inside, I was too cold to take my phone out to record. But this is what I did go and get, the LG Ultra High Def. I don't know if that, I guess that's AI, I think, 55-inch for the sitting room off the bedroom. So baby and I finna attempt to get it up on the wall if the bracket that we already have worked. If not, we gotta order another one. Besides the weather being cold, my Cowboys just didn't show up today, so we kind of feeling a little funky about that, but you know, we just wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, it don't matter about who got the better record, it's who shows up on game day. All right, guys, so I'm going to just say pretty much done with what I was going to do with my master bedroom and my sitting room. So I'm just going to kind of show you some of the things that I did just to kind of refresh the bedroom. So the biggest thing, of course, is the accent wall. Okay, that was the biggest thing. And as you saw earlier, this particular peel and stick that I purchased off Amazon, I did not read the reviews, which showed that a lot of people had issues with it staying on the wall. And so of course, some of my seams would not stay down. As you saw, I had to go ahead and use some adhesive, which is fine. I'm just hoping that maybe I live with this and I don't change it. But if I do, that it doesn't mess up my texture too bad. Or if it does, I'm going to have to just go in with something different on the wall. But yeah, I just wanted a little accent wall behind the bed. I was just tired of just a painted room, which nothing was wrong with that, but I just wanted a little bit something different. Okay, so let's just go around the room. I'm gonna just show you some of the things that I did. I didn't do a lot in here. Okay, so the main thing was I kind of went through our cologne and perfume, cleaned that up, and just made our dresser really, really simple. Kept just a picture of me and hubby on there. All right, and if you go on over here, and I'll just show you. All right. This wall here had some other little appliques on it. I took them down and just added some pictures of me and hubby here. Nothing major over here. Still left my vanity here. And those are some new products I'm going to be trying, which you'll probably see in another video. I'm not going to get into that. But like I said, I kept the same lights. I was going to change those out, but I decided to leave those. Remember, I couldn't decide if I wanted to put something above the bed, and I found these leaves at Ross, which kind of goes with my curtains. Okay, so I added those up there, and I kind of like it. You know, I didn't do anything to the bed, kept the same bedding and everything. I had been looking for a new comforter set. I still, and I really wanted another black comforter set. But husband, I always talk about he gets hot. So I just got something that's light. I just said, let me just stick with this. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Excuse me about that. Sorry for bumping you guys. And then over here, as you can see, I just added a faux plant tree. I don't know what you want to call it, but I added that. I added this picture here that I purchased off of Amazon. Something really simple. Because I told you I just wanted to try to keep my bedroom as simple as possible. Didn't want to do too much. I didn't change out my curtains. Like I said, this is still my rack, that I'm going to be doing my try-on hauls with. We also keep some of our coats down here because, like I said, it is still winter time. And then also my work clothes for the week. Now, some of these coats need to go upstairs because we're not wearing them anymore. Of course, the Cowboys, that's over with. High school for the Wilma Hutchins, different things like that I can't take upstairs, and that'll free up some more space. And over here, remember, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go a picture. I just moved a picture of my husband and myself up here. He has knickknacks. And I just found that little basket and I just said, he can just put his little knickknacks in there. I might find something else that doesn't show all his knickknacks for him to put in there. But I just kept it simple. I just didn't want to do too much in here. So that was the main thing. The other big thing we changed was our ceiling fan. I'm going to insert a picture of what it was before, which was just builder grade, simple, plain ceiling fan. So I kind of added elevated it a little bit and got us a nice little fancier ceiling fan with some drop crystals and stuff like that. I did not change out the rug or anything like that. So I'm just going to step back and just let you see pretty much. And that hanging on the door is actually a bifold mirror that me and my husband use. Like, if I'm doing something into the back of my head or he's shaving, that's what that is, But for the most part, this is the bedroom. Those tubs on the side, I used to have my shoes in there. So if you saw where I did my closet refresh, I got the new little thing for my shoes. So I'm just keeping those, and they're good for storage. So I'm not going to get rid of those. But this is real world. I know people like to stage and everything, but I'm keeping it real. This is pretty much what my room looks like. Hubby made the bed, so it's not perfect. He went shopping, dropped a bag, all that. But for the most part, we're here. You know, Cam is just going to keep it real with you 100, okay? But this is what the bedroom is looking like. So like I said, I didn't change out my rug. I kept the same rug. The only thing that I did in here was changed out the ceiling fan, added an accent wall, and added some appliques above my bed. I just kept it simple, changed some pictures around, and that's all I did. So you can make something as simple or as complicated as you want it. I just wanted to make a few changes. I just really wanted an accent wall in my bedroom, and that's what I did. I do love the peel and stick wallpaper. I just hate that I had to go ahead and adhere it with some adhesive because it just would not stay. So I had to go ahead and do that. And, you know, so I love it. You know, it's been up there for a while because I know you probably seen it in some of my other videos, but I'm finally finished at a point where I feel like I'm done. Okay, so now we're going to turn around and I'm going to show you the sitting room that sits off, you know, of course, it's off our master suite, and show you what I did in there. That's probably where the biggest change is as far as the master suite. All right. All right, guys. So now here we are into the sitting room, and I'm just going to give you a full view, and then we're going to go in and talk about what I've done. Okay, so we'll start over here. So the main thing over here, I think I took down my calendar and I put up this here, I guess metal, I don't know, piece. I put that there. I did keep my things for my books. This here, I was gonna do a bar cart, but I decided to use this, and this has this little thing here. This container is our bills. I just turned it around because I don't want people to see my address and all that. And this houses our printer along with paper, envelopes. I keep masks. I always got masks. Okay. And then a candle there. And then I have my stepper over in the corner. Of course, our file cabinet that we keep in here, because this is like our sitting room / office where, you know, we keep stuff there. And then, but my main thing for this room, this is the back wall that I had been working on. Okay. Tell me what you think. All right. And those were the lights that I installed all by myself. This is a television that we had got. So we had a 42-inch and we went up to a 55-inch. Probably could have got bigger, but I think this is fine for this size room. Okay. And then, of course, the console that we got. Now, the one thing I will say about the console is that when we got it, of course, as you can see, it does have a little damage there, but I didn't even notice it until I'd already put it together. And who was not finna, you know, talk about a return or nothing like that. I'm going to eventually go to Home Depot and see about, they have the little pins where you can, if you have for wood, I don't know, wood pins, see if I can have a match and maybe I can fix that. But for the most part, I'm not tripping about it. I'll get around to getting that done and taking care of that. But yeah, if you remember, and I'll insert a picture, I guess, of what it looked like before. But yes, my main thing in this room is the accent wall. I think it turned out really, really nice. I love the lights. It doesn't actually add any more lights. It just gives you a little ambiance when the lights are off. And then I'm just going to show you, I added, excuse me, I didn't mean to make y'all shake. I added this here, so when me and hubby want to just chill out, watch a movie, we can fill up our bucket with some ice. I bought him this for Christmas. He can fill it up with his little wine, and we've got the little skull face wine glasses and stuff like that. And then I just bought a little, just a little piece to put up here. Of course, the clock, and then my Xbox. If I want to do some type of workout, I have my Xbox. This is something we had got at the state fair. I don't know how many years ago, but at the time we got it, they didn't have the one with the Mavericks on it. So we just chose to go with, of course, it came with Dallas and the Texas Rangers, and we just went ahead and went with the Texas Longhorns. And then this is cute. And then, this is, you can put your alcohol in there, upside down. you know, and these here, you can change them out. We do have some other ones that you can change out, which I'll put the name of the company, because you can get, you know, you can make this as elegant, or you can stay with a sports theme and all of that. And I'll link them down below, or at least put their website down below. But it's nice. And I just added this mat, so if we're fixing drinks, you know, and spill something, it won't mess up my new console. Same refrigerator. We keep water, you know, our little snacks in here. So that's the big difference, I think, in this room. And then over here, you know, I had the 3 pictures on the wall. Well, I took them down. I moved my calendar over here, and I just did a wall about us, you know, and it just got some, and I moved some of the pictures from the master suite into here, along with some of the little sayings and stuff. Our love story, you know, is beautiful, but ours, every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. You make me happy. And then, of course, if you go over here, this one just says, I choose you again and again. And then it's all you need is love. And then this is, you are so loved. And I just got, you know, different pictures from different vacations, our wedding picture, and other little pictures up there. But yeah, I thought this was cute. And so I added a little desk. I was going to get a chair, but then I decided I have this stool, which we keep extra blankets and stuff in. I think it's fine if I sit at the desk to do some editing or something like that on the laptop. I can just pull it out and sit in it. And then I just put a little green planner and just little stuff like that on there. Not too much. And other than that, I didn't really do too much. So as you can see, I didn't do too much in here. I didn't add a whole bunch of stuff. It's not a huge room. We had already had, you know, our leather sofa in here, and it does recline on each end. The center part does let down. We got this at, was it Rooms to Go? Was it Rooms to Go or Room Store? I can't remember how to let that down. Y'all forgive me. But the center does fold down, and it does have two charging stations and places for cups. I don't remember how to let it down, but it's nice. But the 2 on the end do recline all the way back. It's really, really nice. We've had it, I don't even know how long. Few years maybe. I'm not for sure. Goodness. But yeah, it does fold out. It has lights at the bottom, you know. So it's just a recliner, like I said, reclining sectional, and it does have lights up under the bottom. And then over in the corner is one of my new gadgets. It's my maxi climber that I got, and I put it together. So pretty much you'll be seeing that sometimes in the morning. I'm just going to move this table out and pull it out and do my workout, put it back, put the table back. Now, I do have a full workout area upstairs, but if you've been following me, you do know that my daughter and her kids moved home. So I gave up my my workout room so my grandson would have somewhere to play. So he's just not, you know, in there with his mom all the time. So I wanted to have some stuff down here. So like I said, I have my maxi climber now. I have my stepper here. I have some free weights that I keep down here and all that. But for the most part, this is the sitting room off the master bedroom. And like I said, the major, you know, change was the accent wall. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to turn off the lights so you can just see the ambiance. Like I said, the lights that I put up don't give you really a lot of light, but I love it. I think it's, what you call it, sexy. I just like the ambiance. I think it's nice. Oh, and by the way, I decided not to purchase a new mirror. I'm just going to keep this mirror here, and I think it works fine for our bedroom, and it's a full-length mirror. And the colors go well with the wallpaper and the rest of the color scheme. So I'm not going to change out that mirror. I'm going to keep that. No need to incur that expense. And lastly, I still need another faux plant, which I'm going to keep looking. And if I don't find one at Ross or Home Goods or something like that, then I'm just going to go back on Amazon and order one. But that's pretty much the only thing that I am still missing as far as my bedroom is concerned. All right, guys. So if you have stayed till the end, I do thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me while I refresh my master suite and my sitting room. I hope I have inspired you to make some changes and not break the bank with a full-on renovation, but just make some simple changes just to give your house a little bit of a refresh. If you have enjoyed my content today and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. We do a little bit of everything over here, from makeup to wigs to fashion to DIYs to get ready with me, from prepping, going on my weight loss journey, a little bit of everything. So if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, leaving me a comment, give me a thumbs up if you definitely enjoyed it, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss when I upload another video. And per usual, Kammy loves you, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah.
Okay.